do my makeup with me while I chat about why I decided to move out of New York City after 10 years. I'm using Merit's Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. So I think we have to go back in time a little bit for some background. I grew up in rural Appalachia in West Virginia, no cities nearby. I didn't have the best childhood, so I think I always dreamed of escaping. I'm not sure what exactly put the idea in my head, but I always dreamed of moving to New York City. By the way, I'm using this Euphoria skin tint as my base. I was incredibly lucky to make money online from a young age, and I was able to move myself to New York City when I was 18. I went to fashion school at FIT, and I later dropped out when I started my own business and it started making money, but I needed to invest in it, so I could not afford to go to college and invest in my business. So I dropped out, and it was actually one of the best financial decisions I ever made. So I operated that business for about 6 years. I closed it at the end of last year, which is a totally different story. But I would say I started having a minor quarter life crisis a few years ago with just deciding how I wanted my future to look. I think I started to really crave how I grew up. Home isn't really a place that I visit. Maybe that's kind of why. I feel like I tried to run away from my roots as fast as I could. And now here I am in the Appalachian Mountains again, living on 6 acres of land, driving a truck. I gave up my New York City apartment. I honestly don't know what's happening, but I finally feel like I've got my life in line. For the last few years, I've had a lot of trouble committing to things. I would say that I can lean very avoidant. I was sort of 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door in most of my life. I had bought this place in upstate New York to fix up, and we were working on it, but I still was refusing to let go of my New York City apartment out of convenience, ego, identity, friendships. I think I sort of felt like I was letting down 12-year-old, 13-year-old me by leaving. I also was 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door in my business, not committing to whether I wanted to close it or not, just feeling really overstimulated and unhappy all of the time. So at the end of November, we gave up our New York City apartment keys. I've been living in the house that we've been working on. I was worried that I would feel kind of isolated, but I am so happy to be here. I'm so much more relaxed. It's really nice to just finally commit to a decision. And I also still feel like me. I feel like for the last few years of living in the city, I was running away every opportunity that I could, and it just was not worth it. And I can still go visit. I'm about 2.5 hours away, and I'm still there a decent amount. But I've really found immense comfort in returning to the mountains, making my own little family unit and home here in the woods, like where I grew up, and just kind of making my own memories and rewriting it. And I really do not know why it took me this long, why I waited this long. So if you have been putting off a big life-changing decision, let this be your sign. And if you make this decision and you end up not liking it, you can always backtrack, you can always change your path. And that's something that I've really found great joy in just accepting.